Momentum swingers in the WNBA. Due to injuries, Cunningham was never able to fully display what she was capable of in Year 1 in Indiana. 2 May ankle injuries kept her from getting off to the start she wanted. And then, quite simply, she morphed into perhaps the league's best shooter over more than a month's time. But the basketball fit is almost secondary to what Sophie actually brings as a protector. In a June 2025 game against the Connecticut Sun, JCS, Sheldon poked Clark in the eye and then Marina Mabrey shoved her. These weren't accidental contact situations. They were physical provocations, and Sophie's response was immediate. She yanked Sheldon to the ground on a layup attempt, took the flagrant 2, got ejected, and didn't flinch about any of it. The message to the rest of the league was plain. Cheap shots at Clark come with consequences. Sophie Cunningham tried to fight Myisha Hines-Allen. She tried to fight Myisha Hines-Allen. You do not like there are not that many people. You can see everyone else is trying to get as far away from this situation as possible. Everyone else. So, she hits a 3. Myisha Hines-Allen fails her and then tries to step over, and then Sophie Cunningham grabs her leg. Nobody's going near Myisha Hines-Allen, but no, Sophie Cunningham will start the fight. The refs are trying to break it up. None of the Mercury players are going to go near Myisha Hines-Allen. They're scared. She's scared of Jesus out. Maine's one of the toughest players in this league. Sophie gunning going head-to-head straight with her. What makes Sophie's physicality different from just being aggressive is that it's controlled. And that goes back to something most people treat as a fun biographical footnote. She earned a Taekwondo black belt at 6 years old, and that's decades of training in how to read physical confrontation, respond proportionally, and stay composed when someone's trying to get in your head. She doesn't swing wild, doesn't lose her cool, and doesn't foul out in the fourth quarter when the Fever need her on the floor. That combination of discipline and toughness is genuinely hard to find in a player who also needs to function as a shooting threat. I think you're adding in a lot of good people. You have Monique Billings, who is an absolute stud. Athletic. Myisha Hines-Allen, who is a monster. Like, so glad we're on the same team now. I think she is too. And then you have like Raven Johnson, who is a great rookie. I've absolutely loved playing with her. Her vibe, her chemistry that we've created so far has been pretty elite at a very short span of time. And so I'm really excited about this team and where we can go. She built this reputation back with the Phoenix Mercury, where she regularly went face-to-face with players who tried to bully teammates, and it followed her to Indiana. Now she's not doing it alone. Monique Billings and Myisha Hines-Allen adds front court size and rim running. Tyasha Harris and Raven Johnson bring defensive pressure at the Indiana, that the Fever were underpaying her, that she was basically being pushed out the door, and Sophie had to come out and kill that narrative directly because it was spreading fast. Did you clarify both? Did you get a multi-year offer anywhere? Was that other places? I did. And so I know there was comments, "Well, this is your only offer." No, it wasn't. Like, of course. You know, so I need to stay off Twitter. It's the most toxic place ever. But, I just wanted to shut that down because that's not what it was about. I just wanted to be with this group because I think, you know, the more that you can build and you do have a special group and you can stay together, that's when greatness happens. And so, I think we do have something special here, and, you know, you just want to be a part of that. She went on Twitter and shut it down herself point blank. Her exact words, "I'm going to shut this down right now. I'm not mad about the money. I just wanted more years because I love it here." That's not a PR statement someone wrote for her. That's someone who's genuinely frustrated that people are twisting her words into something they weren't. The issue was always about term length, not dollars. And those are two completely different conversations. But once social media collapsed them into one story, the locker room narrative took damage it didn't deserve. I think, Twitter kind of blew up last night about a comment I made on my podcast, but I was taken, you know, just that's not what I meant at all. And I think if you listen to the full clip, you really understand that I just wanted to be somewhere for more than 1 year. You know, I'm almost 30 years old. I want to have a home. I want to kind of get established, and I would love to get established in a place like Indiana. We had such a great time. And, you know, when you find a group of girls who really make you fall in love with basketball again and you enjoy it, you enjoy them not only on the court, but off the court, like you want to hold on to that. Now, here's what was actually happening behind the scenes. The Fever essentially had Sophie's deal structured, but General Manager Amber Cox was also running the numbers on Atlanta Smith and Azura Stevens to see if the cap math could work for either of them alongside the existing core. Both Smith and Stevens wanted max contracts, and Indiana wasn't willing to go there. Smith ended up signing with Dallas. Stevens went to Chicago, and once both of those doors closed, the Fever announced Sophie. The delay wasn't the organization wavering on her. It was the front office doing exactly what front offices are supposed to do, which is exhaust every option before locking the roster in. And honestly, breaking up the Trees Leche trio for a max front court player who doesn't even fit how Indiana plays would have been a bad move regardless of cap room. Clark, Hull, and Cunningham as a wing group isn't just a fun nickname. It's a real